Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Cassiejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
Today we're breaking down Message in a Bottle. This is the 25th track on Red, Taylor's version. Can you believe we're on the 25th song on this album? What an accomplishment, Taylor. So, of course, this is From the Vault, and I gotta say, I absolutely love this bubblegum pop song.
Yeah.
It is incredible. It's everything you want in a pop song. I absolutely love it. And like with a lot of these Vault songs, I'm a little salty that it wasn't on the main album. Like, I hadn't had this for 10 years. Why? It's so good.
This was your favorite right off the bat.
Right off the bat, this is my favorite Vault song. Like, I just absolutely loved it. It just sticks with me. It always puts me in a good mood. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the first song that Taylor wrote with Max Martin and Shellback. They are the producers and writers who wrote other songs on this album. They wrote I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, We're Never Getting Back Together, and then a ton of songs on 1989. So this is the first song that kind of kicked off this really great relationship that she had with these producers and writers. So it's really very monumental for her in her career. And we didn't get to hear it for so long.
I know, it's a certified bop for sure.
It just is a more 1989 vibe
It
than
is.
a Red vibe. So I kind of want to hear an acoustic version just so that I can get that Red vibe.
Yeah, since it is so poppy, it's understandable why it didn't
Got
make
cut.
this song, make this album, you know? But man, why didn't we hear it in 1989 or something?
I mean, I guess it just kind of shows that she really was tapping into the pop genre before we really got 1989.
That's where her head was at. That's where she wanted to go.
You know? But so the song, I mean, essentially it's like a really upbeat song about long distance, right? It's kind of like the pop version of Come Back Be Here, I feel like.
Definitely.
But that's really cool because being in a long distance relationship sucks. But to put it in such a, like you said, bubblegum pop kind of way, it makes it sound way more romantic. When you put it in the context of like a message in a bottle, like that sounds really cute. Like nobody wants to do a long distance relationship, but when you're in it and you have to get through it, to put it in that perspective of like, this could be fun, I'll send you a little message in a bottle. That's a really, really positive outlook on
a
long
happy
distance.
spin it needs.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
So are you connected to this song too, Anna? I know you had a lot of emotional connection to Come Back Be Here.
Yeah, Come Back Be Here has a hold on me that can never be replaced. That song has such a hold on me. But I do like Message in a Bottle. I just feel like the entire vault, the Red Vault, is just unstoppable.
It's incredible.
It is such an incredible just like work of art on its own. And we've said that a couple of times before. But I didn't emotionally connect to it like I did with Come Back Be Here. I still like it, but it didn't make me cry. I don't listen to it on the plane.
And look out the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who is this song about? Because some people are seeing some parallels, like I became hypnotized by freckles and bright eyes, tongue-tied, which they say goes back to Everything Has Changed when she sings, all I've seen since 18 hours ago is green eyes and freckles in your smile. So people are saying that this is likely about Connor Kennedy because there was the message Hyannisport, where she spent 4th of July with him. And they say Begin Again, Stay, Stay, Stay are also speculated to be about him as well. But some people think it might be about Harry Styles.
When I personally am in my car singing this song, I am singing to Harry Styles.
You know, it makes sense. Message in a Bottle, you're putting it in water. And so if Harry's over in London, you know, that makes
Over
sense.
the
He's over.
pond.
Yeah, he's in a different country. So you're throwing it out to sea. Hopefully it makes it to him.
Yeah, and she has a line that says, "How is it in London?" That's one of the lyrics. Harry Styles.
So this is like a more mature Hey Steven. Like, hey, I have a crush on you, so I'm going to write a song. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool because she said before in an interview that writing songs in general is like sending a message in a bottle because you hope one day they hear it. You don't really know if they will, but you kind of hope that they do and get the message, you know? So that's kind of cool. I also connect it personally to Harry Styles because of the line, but you're so far away and I'm down, feeling like a face in the crowd. And I know like the expression of face in a crowd is just kind of like, oh, I'm ordinary, whatever. I interpret it as like a face in the crowd at your concert.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be ordinary for us to say it, but
Yeah.
if Taylor's saying it to another artist,
Yeah, it kind of makes more sense.
who's literally looking at faces in real crowds,
Yeah.
then yeah, that brings on a big difference.
Like that's how I visualize it. If I were to create a music video to this song, it'd be like a crowd at a concert
Mm-hmm.
for One
A
Direction.
sea of people.
Yes.
Oh. I thought
All
that was like
holding
a,
up bottles.
like a big moment.
I mean,
Body
yeah.
of water.
And they're all doing the wave because it's like water.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
but yes. Yes.
Do
Cool.
you think Taylor Swift would roll her eyes if people started doing the wave at her concert? I roll my eyes if I'm at like a baseball game.
Really?
Oh, I hate the wave.
Why?
The wave?
Don't go anymore, Nick.
The wave?
Do everyone a favor and not go to a baseball game anymore
Man,
if you don't want to
just
do the
sit
wave.
down.
Don't go out in
Sit
public,
down.
Nick.
Yeah.
Ah,
Stay home.
the wave.
I want your
I
face
will
to be in a sea of
participate.
faces. Get out of here.
I will participate in the wave 10 out of 10 times. That's so fun. It's a group effort.
Like, oh,
It's
section
team
223
building.
didn't do it. We got to do it again. Go in a circle.
And there's always like the one person that starts it. That's got to be cool to be the person that starts it.
No, that is not cool. that
Yes,
is
it
the
is.
least
You
cool
do want to
person
be
there.
the first. You do want to be the
Oh
first.
my God, you guys, I did one time at a concert. It was like at it wasn't a stadium. It was like at an arena. And I tried to be the person that starts like the flashlights, like waving back and forth.
was just
no
you.
one caught on.
See, that's the sad thing. It's great to be the first if it's successful.
Right.
If it's not successful, it's just sad.
Yeah, and then they did it during a different song. And I was like, now y'all do it? Okay, now it's cool.
You picked the wrong song, Anna.
Whatever. Maybe I did pick the wrong song.
I started a mosh pit before and broke my nose on
Oh.
some guy. Yeah, we
Wow.
like ran into each other and slammed heads together
Oh my
and broke my nose. And that was one of the last times I mosh pitted. Mosh
Wow.
pitted?
Hey,
mosh
that's
pitting.
Yeah, that is a great story though. For
Yeah.
it to be your last mosh pit.
So this isn't a message in the bottle. This is just a message. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy because we all know that life can be overwhelming and many people are burned out without even knowing it. Symptoms can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more. And if you feel like life is getting overwhelming and you need someone to talk to, I think you should give our friends at BetterHelp a call.
Yeah, burnout is not just with work. A lot of times you do get burned out at work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead to us feeling burned out, and BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing the stress in your life.
And sometimes you might feel like you're being lazy, but in reality, you are just feeling burnt out. You're not being lazy. You just need to get some weight off of your shoulders. And BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't even have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's also so much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and 13 a Taylor Swift fan podcast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Taylor Swift fan. That's BetterHelp.com/Taylor Swift fan.
Do you guys think that Message in a Bottle, though, it is kind of, I think it's going to, I know it came out with Red, which came out in November, but it's such like a summer.
It is.
Summer bop song. I wonder if this upcoming summer it'll kind of catch waves again.
Don't laugh at her, Joe.
She wasn't the first, but it was funny.
Is it because
Mine was just sad because it was unsuccessful.
Is it because I finger pointed at Amy when I said it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But I could totally see people doing like TikTok videos where it's like a montage of videos of the summer to Message in a Bottle.
Yeah.
Well, then it sounds like we have a TikTok assignment this summer.
But yeah, at the beach.
Tag us in your TikToks at the 13 podcast.
So before we get going, let's read a few emails from our wonderful listeners. Our emails is in the description of this podcast. This comes from Sharon. Sharon says, hello, everyone. Huge Taylor fan and of your podcast. I wanted to share what my husband got me for our 9th wedding anniversary. It was on March 16th. My friends are not obsessed Swifties, so I figured who better than to share this with the 4 of you. Traditional wedding gifts for 9 years of marriage are pottery and willow.
Oh.
Knowing how much I love Taylor, my husband tied my love of Taylor into his love for me. So it is a sound wave of the entire song Willow. It's like a sound wave printed on a piece of wood.
That is so cool.
And so when you scan it, you can listen to it. She says, I love it, and I think you guys would love it as well. So it's really cool. So she has this like piece of art. It's a bunch of sound waves. It's of the entire song Willow. It's on a piece of wood. It's really cool.
Great gift idea.
Isn't that neat?
That
Sound
is
waves.
very
Good
cool.
job.
Wow.
Good job, husband.
Sharon's husband.
Love that.
We got another email here from Zach. Zach said, hello. I know you probably get a lot of DMs during the day, but I'm going to send this anyway. This podcast is truly amazing. I'm a big Swiftie. I've truly found my people with you. Is that not the nicest thing ever? I've found my people with you. I listen to the podcast when I'm doing homework, when I'm at work, when I'm cleaning my apartment. The podcast is always my pick-me-up whenever I'm upset and I just need to talk about Taylor Swift or I just need a reason to smile. Taylor has truly had my life. She has made me fearless and happy with being myself.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
that is so precious.
I feel like I know everyone on this podcast based on their favorite album. Thank you so much, Zach.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
Thank you so much, Zach. That
So
is
sweet.
so sweet.
Zach, I want to know what our favorite album says about us.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, respond back
I
with
would,
that.
I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess like if we were to meet someone new, if somebody that we've never met before were to walk into the room right now and we said, what's your favorite Taylor Swift album? I feel like you would kind of pick up a vibe based on their
Draw
answer.
conclusions.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like folklore, but I wouldn't say that I'm a folklore person at heart. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that would be a difficult question for us, though. We can't
because you know me.
we can't successfully do track rankings because we're like, oh, all the anxiety, like it's what I'm feeling in this moment. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, same thing. But let us know what that does mean about us.
Yeah.
Well, that does it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. We would love to hear from you, so please reach out. All the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Join us next time. We're going to be breaking down Taylor's song, I Bet You Think About Me.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.